Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. A friend of mine watched some of my videos on UFOs, on the different sightings and abductions, and where the UFO attacked people and stuff in Kentucky and in Brazil, places like that. And he asked me, he goes, "Well, what? Why isn't the military? Why doesn't the military ever see these things?" Done some research. There's lots of UFO activity over the years, and lots of it has been seen by the military. And I'm going to do some videos on that in the future. For this one, we're going to concentrate on the Vietnam era, where we had during the Vietnam conflict. All right. During that time period, many American servicemen, soldiers, sailors, they saw all kinds of UFOs. They saw so many of them, they gave it its own code word. They had their own code word. It was enemy helicopters. Because in Vietnam, the enemy weren't using helicopters. They were ostensibly guerrilla ground units. So we gave them the term enemy helicopters. Now, did it mean they were enemies? I don't know. Maybe they thought they were. I don't know. But some of these UFOs were not exactly helpful to our guys. Some of it's actually downright harmful. Let's dig into this, shall we? Fire bases and aircraft regularly reported these enemy helicopters. There was an Air Force project called Project Grudge, and their purpose was to look into the UFO situation. Project Grudge has a report of a B-52 bomber being shot down by a UFO over Vietnam. I want to say it went into Laos and crashed, but it's there. The report's there. They sent in a guy to find it, and he found the wreckage, what looked like the plane just crashed. But then inside the bodies were mangled and mutilated. And he tried reporting it, but shortly thereafter, the Laotian government deported him. So, don't know what to make of that. In 1966, the Nha Trang base reported UFO activity overhead as it was on a movie night. They were watching a movie. And it originally looked like flares, but they were moving erratically, and they were approaching the base. More than 1,000 witnesses saw this. And at one point, when the UFO got overhead, all electronic equipment on the base shorted out. And then when the UFO left, it came back on. It's a serious situation when they can knock out all the electronics of a fire base. At one point, and I'm having trouble because the dates I find are conflicting. So I've condensed this down to all of the information that was common to all the reports that I found. I'm trying to isolate one incident, but the dates are wrong, and the types of the aircraft are wrong, and the area is wrong. So unless a whole bunch of these happened on the same date over a variety of places in Vietnam, I'm going to say it happened once, and there's a lot of clerical errors. Or it's possible that these clerical errors are a level of security instituted by the military to keep people from digging up information on this. Who knows? I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that's true, but it's a possibility. Here's what happened. An American airplane fired a missile at a UFO. This missile then later, hours and hours later, hundreds of miles away, hit an Allied warship. Same missile. This airplane's flying along. fires a missile at the UFO, and nothing happens. I mean, the radar signal and the visual goes blank. Nothing happens. The UFO just disappears along with the missile. Hours later, hundreds of miles away, out at sea, well out of the range of the missile, an Allied ship is on the ocean, and it gets hit by the exact same missile. And they can tell because of the shrapnel and all that. Okay? That's a recorded official event. Take from that what you will. Now, in 1968, this is one of the most infamous ones. There were 2 PBRs, which are river patrol boats. And they're in the DMZ along the river, and they spotted 2 UFOs. These UFOs came in and stopped over one of the patrol boats. They're called PBRs, patrol boat, river patrol boats. And the other PBR watched while these 2 UFOs flashed a light or shot a beam of light, depending on which report, and that the boat underneath them exploded. So to them, it looked like they destroyed that PBR. And so they opened up on the UFOs, and the UFOs went away. Seemingly no effect. So I don't know what all happened there, but as you can see, our military has encountered these UFOs and has ostensibly fought them, if you could call it that. But like the Nimitz encounter in 2004, our stuff didn't have shit on them. So, again, that's the information. And these aren't isolated cases. There's a lot more. I picked the ones that I could, there were multiple reports of and stuff that was pretty well verified. But there's a lot of these incidents happened during Vietnam. We were there a long time. At any rate, so next time a military guy says, "Hey, I saw one," you got to take him at his word. You folks have a good night. God bless one and all.